Hey, fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight. Late night, our Philadelphia Eagles have turned out a victory here against the Green Bay Packers. Yes, the offense showed up and they did everything I wanted them to see. I wanted to see that offense be more explosive, put up more points, and we saw all of that. I wanted to see them utilize the ground game, and boy, did we utilize the ground game. Oh my goodness, darn near 400 yards on the ground. 400 yards. Two keys to the game. I said I wanted to see the offense bounce back, and they have 40 points is what I was looking for. The Russian attack very much intact. They had 200-yard rushes, one being our quarterback, almost set the team record for rushing yards, and the other being Miles Sanders. And then but a funny thing happened to the defense. They couldn't stop anything. I don't know. But that's okay. I'm all right with that. I know that we cannot continue to play defense like that. But the thing that I like about this team so much, or the thing that makes this team so tough, is that when one side of the ball is maybe not having their best day, the other side comes up and provides just what this team needs to get the victory. So I'll take it because it is a W, and I'll take it because it was a breath of fresh air to see the offense come back and put points up. We have been stagnant the past 2 weeks, and we put 40 points on the board today. So I'm happy with that. Again, defense, not their best game, but hey, after them saving the game last week, you gotta take the good. You gotta take the bad with the good sometimes. So I'm gonna take that. I'm sure they'll go back in. I'm sorry. I'm tired of seeing some of this passive defensive play calling, but what can I say? If this was the final game of the year, meaning the Super Bowl, we will be crowned champions. So I can't cry, but so much. What do you guys feel? I see you guys in the room. I'm only here because I gave my word. I said after a win, we would come back. I was about to tap out. I was really close to tapping out. Pat called. He had to tap out. He had a house full of people. He was entertaining, and he did 4 shots in the pregame. So, and that didn't mean that he did no shots during the game, because I saw him on on social media, and he was. So he called and tapped out early, and I was with him. I said, "Yeah, I'm beat," but I thought about it, and I gave my word. When I give my word, I have to live up to my word. So, Pat's going to join us. Oh my goodness! All right, get ready for this one. Oh, yo! All right, turn it down, Pat.
My bad. My bad.
All right, so what do you guys think out there? I see a lot. Eddie is not happy with Gannon. He said, "I'm done with Gannon. He should be in a hot seat. How the hell you rush 3 to a cold rookie quarterback and then let him score?" I know.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
So,
goodness.
I am Smokey. Go Birds. I'll take it. Kyle O'Brien says special teams more like Special Olympic teams.
Yo, our special teams are the absolute worst in
Yes.
centuries.
Oh my
No, no, no,
God.
no, not this year. In centuries, like. Go ahead.
I was the shells on there like 52 fake out. Now, as I was explaining the shell, I was coming down here actually to turn all in my basement studio here to turn everything off, and I was like, "Dad, I did say if we won, I would come on. I didn't want to go back on my word, so that's the only reason." And and if Pat wouldn't have showed up, I was only going to be here about no more than 10 minutes. But now Pat's on here, so he's going to keep me up.
Listen, I got a lot to say. All right, I got a lot to say.
Oh man,
I was pissed off. Like we won the game. We won
yes,
the game, and I'm pissed off at not only just our special teams, but our defensive coordinator. Like a second stringer comes in the game. Yes, he knows the defense and stuff like that nature because he practiced, but you don't blitz him a single down. Come on, man.
yeah. I mean, that's the story of our defensive coordinator, man. That is the story, and I don't see it changing. I really don't, unless we get a new defensive coordinator. That's it. This is who he is, and sometimes it works to a great degree. Like last week, his defense actually saved the game for us last week. So and then these are the games where it doesn't work. So it doesn't. I mean, we got the victory. So how bad could I say it didn't work? We got the victory.
Yeah,
But it was made based on the offense putting up 40 points. Because had the offense had one of those slow games, yeah, we would look here with our second loss easily. If our offense had the same offensive game last week, we would be looking at an L today. So thank God for Sirianni and Steichen for resurrecting the offense tonight and putting up 40 points, because we needed all 40 of them.
Yeah, shout out to Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders actually broke tackles. He looked like a legit running back that we were looking for a very long period of time. He actually broke tackles, got through arm tackles. He looked legit tonight. And you said, you know what? Put the game on my back. As long as you put the game on my back and Jalen's back, we're gonna win you this game.
All right, Jim says his defense will not work out in the playoffs. Be real.
No.
I mean, will it? I mean,
Dante, no.
No, listen. If we see last week's defense, will that defense work in the playoffs?
If we play the way we played last week?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is I picked us to lose to Minnesota based on the defense I saw against Detroit. And what happened? He came and turned that around, right? So I mean, we can't play this way consistently. Consistently. But what I'm saying is, we have one game. We'll have a game like we had last week. We'll have a dominant game with 3 turnovers and keep the people out the end zone and under 100 yards rushing and all that. And then you'll have a game like today. So yeah, if you have a game like today in the playoffs, we're out.
Yeah, we're definitely out. I mean, it's no way in the world we should be sitting back in the zone. We're only rushing 4, and that you don't have your top 4 rushers in there. You just rushing 4 with defensive linemen to play the rush. No.
Yeah.
So I give him credit a little bit, but you play nickel all the game. You play nickel.
No, he gets no credit today. I'm not going that far. Like, I'm not going that far.
You play nickel the whole game. That's your base defense is a nickel defense. So don't get it twisted. Your nickel, your base defense is a nickel defense, because you come out there with 5 defensive backs and 2 linebackers. No matter how you want to dress it up in the front, that's how you have it. That's your base defense. When you come out there and that, our quarterback's going to pick you apart, especially when you're playing the off zone in the middle, like Jordan Love did. Jordan Love had 146 quarterback rating.
Yeah, that's because he plays that zone, man, trying to keep everything in front of him. And you can't, and come on. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was picking us apart before he went down. You know, you can't play a zone and with a veteran quarterback that has seen everything. You know what I'm saying? And especially the zone when you get no pressure. When you get no pressure on the quarterback and you just have him looking around for the person that's looking for the open pocket in the defense, that's a formula for disaster. And any quarterback worth his weight is going to pick that apart. And that's what they do. So,
I mean, I do got to be honest with you, Dante. I mean, we are missing some key parts of our defense when it comes to Avonte Maddox. You know, he's
true.
a key clog at that slot position where so you can go man up and bring a different blitz. With Josiah Scott playing that position, or Zach McPherson when I saw him in there, I understand you get scared. You don't want to get beat in those times, but you got to understand the matchups. You got to know your matchups. You got to see if they put a 4-3 guy in the slot, that you can't put a doggone safety in that position. You can't.
Yeah. Look, hold up. Let me go to this. Kyle says they have all the weapons to blitz every down, but Gannon refuses to do so. And it's probably to your point there. Yeah, we did have some people down. I mean, CJ went out. We didn't have Maddox in there, and maybe that makes Gannon a little hesitant to play more man to man or bring the pressure and trust that secondary with those two key pieces missing, because they are two key pieces in the secondary.
Yeah.
CJ is important and Maddox is very important, and it gives him confidence at times. Not all the time, because even when they are in the game, I don't think that he brings enough pressure at times. But especially when they're not in the game, he's really not taking any chances with those replacements, man to man in big time situations, because Jonathan Gannon's philosophy is not to give up the explosive play. His
Which they did.
analytics tell him if we win the explosive play battle, sort of like the turnover battle, if we win the explosive play battle, then more likely than not we're going to win the game. So he coaches his defense to not give up the explosive play, and he'll let everything happen in front of them, but he doesn't want anything to happen behind them.
Dante, that's like telling the basketball team not to let the team score down below when you got nothing but Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Don't let them score low post points. All they doing is shooting threes. Like the
Yeah.
hell?
Oh, look. Oh, Pamela Jones. I'm going to just say it, and y'all can like it or not. Eagles been lucky these last two games. I appreciate the wins, but they are not playing a solid game. It's time to turn up the volume and do the damn thing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, nobody's extremely happy about this win because of the way that it looked. But again, a win is a win is a win, and this win is going to get us closer to the number one seed, and then we'll see how things unfold once we get to the playoffs. If we continue to win like we are, and that's all that matters. Just getting the W, right? I
Yeah.
mean, we have the luxury of sitting back and dissecting this and this and that, but and we've been doing it all year. Don't get it twisted. We have been doing it all year, and here we are, even throughout games like this where we can pick them apart. They are 10-1. They are 10-1. So as much as we have been bitching about the defense and Jonathan Gannon, and at times this and at times that, we are 10-1, and his defense is a top 5 defense. So I mean, that's still not making me feel very good. I'm just saying it out loud, and maybe I'll feel different, but I don't. I don't feel different.
It kind of make you feel good when you say, "Oh, listen." But at the end of the day, you go look at D'Amico Ryan's defense, right? You look
Oh
at that defense in
yeah,
San Fran,
yeah,
right? It doesn't matter the score. They're playing balls to the wall. They're going after the running back, after the quarterback. They getting after their players. They're telling the players to play hard. They're not leaving it up to chance, right? So that's
mm-hmm.
what makes that 49ers team scary in this NFC division, period, right?
Yeah,
In the
yeah,
NFC conference, period. It's not that they have a dynamic offense, because they really don't have a dynamic offense. I'm gonna be honest with you, they don't. Their
right.
defense is the caveat of what that puts them in position to actually be a make plays on offense. I mean, they had 2 turnovers against Alvin Kamara today against the Saints. So,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, when you go look at that, our team we had 2 turnovers. Blankenship stepped in and he did the doggone thing. That boy can hit. I tell you that right now. Reed Blankenship can hit. All
Yeah,
right,
he can.
he
Yeah, I
might not
like
have that
him. Yeah,
speed, but he can
right.
he can come down
He
there and
took
lay
a
them.
horrible angle on that touchdown
Yeah, he
too. Oh
did.
my
I mean,
goodness. I
come
was
on
like,
now.
what is he doing? But
Somebody put up the post about Jason Kelsey and his brother Travis Kelsey talking about D backs can't play D backs, and I said, look at that. I said, this is another group. I said, look at that angle he took. That's why they can't play D
yeah,
backs. But you know what?
exactly.
I'm not going to talk bad about him, because he did play good and coming into that position. CJ Gardner Johnson is a great talent that we have here. Reed Blankenship is going to be good for us too. And the thing about it is that, to be honest with you, we have to be an attacking defense. We can't be a passive defense like we were tonight. 30, how many points we gave up? 33 points to a limping
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers.
Turn the ball over too. Another turnover. I mean, we won the battle
What
overall,
the
but
hell is wrong with AJ
yeah,
Brown?
what is wrong with AJ Brown, man? Oh my goodness, he putting them together now. He's putting a string of turnovers together, and it's kind of scary. I don't, when
He
he's
always
our
big time.
best receiver and a person who we look to get the ball to a lot, you don't want to see that, especially at this time of the year going down the stretch. I mean, we cannot afford not to count on him, right?
Yeah,
He's not like a borderline receiver, like a wide receiver 3 or 4, where we could be like, all right, well, don't throw it to him because we can't trust him. He's a guy we have to trust. We need him in the offense, and he's turned the ball over at an alarming rate these past few weeks. We can't have that. He need to be walking around with the ball at the facility all week,
yeah.
walking with the ball. If
I
anybody
actually did
knocks it
see
out
him.
his hand,
I actually did see him.
he,
The next catch that he had, he actually did create over 2 hands.
yeah, uh-huh,
But you know what? You're right. You got to do what they did in the program. In the program, they made them. They made Jefferson walk around classroom with the football. He
right,
stepped on the ball and they knocked it out. He had to go recover. He said, "Anybody bring this ball back to me, and you don't have a spot on this team." Then they do that. AJ Brown. I love AJ Brown. He is a dynamic receiver when he gets the ball in his hand. I know he was a little sick, but come on now, come on, man.
yeah, he got to
You
step up.
cost us at least 3 points in that scenario. Whereas though we didn't be talking about this close score.
This is a good comment, and you talked about this. Sanders been running hard, taking care of the ball. Yeah, Sanders looked like a big time back today.
Yeah, he definitely
He,
did.
he he danced a couple times, but I guess they cursed him out on the sideline because he stopped that. He danced in the first half once a couple times. I was like, "What the hell is he doing? Will he just take the ball and run?" But
Yeah,
he didn't do that in the second half. He was all about his business, hitting the hole and going forward and
mhm,
not backwards and not hesitating and dancing. So that was good to see. Taking care of the ball. Jalen Hurts did yeoman's job in the first half on the ground. He still scares the hell out of me. I mean, I know he's a tough guy. I know he avoids contact as much as he can, but those times when he does get hit, it takes my breath away because I don't. The one thing that's not reminiscent about this team in the 2017 team, we're not winning the Super Bowl without our starting quarterback this year. That's
right.
this is not Nick Foles that's going to come off and rescue us. So I really value Jalen Hurts' health. You know what I'm saying? Um, we need him. So I'm elated that he can do all the things that he does with his legs and all. And I see that he is conscious about some things, but some things you just can't control. Like he took a hit to the ribs down by the goal line. Like
Yeah,
and I know he was being conscious and trying to get down, but those type of things happen. You cannot predict how you're going to go down all the time. So I appreciate it. All the yards on the ground. He gave us a boost of energy in that first half, but he scares the hell out of me when he's running.
yeah.
I gotta admit that.
I gotta say this. They were about 13 yards from breaking their single game record for total rushing yards by a Philadelphia Eagles team. That record is 376 yards by the 1948 Eagles team. They had 363 total yards, but
Mm,
Jalen Hurts broke the single game rushing record by a Philadelphia quarterback by rushing for 157 yards, which broke Michael Vick's record. I think it was 135 yards. So there was some records being broken this game, but again, the thing that we're looking at, I'm glad that the offense was able to put up these 40 points. Remember when I gave you the prediction, right? I gave you the prediction. I said 21-31. I thought it was going to
mhm,
be a tight game because I said the defense is going to be, giving up points to an Aaron Rodgers who takes advantage of teams that play these type of zones. Like if you don't blitz him and put somebody in his face, you don't give these avenues for these quarterbacks to be, you know, damn near throwing a perfect quarterback rating. Like Jordan Love had a perfect quarterback rating, even though he came in mop up time, and we did the doggone thing in the game. At the end of the day, you can't have that going forward. Next week
mm-mm.
we play a team that's going to run the ball like crazy. They're going to run the
Yeah,
ball like crazy. Derrick Henry ain't nothing to scoff at. All right,
no, he is not.
he's going not
And
not only he's going to run the ball, he's going to get the ball and screen passes.
I'm looking at the stat. I mean, we jump out to a 2 touchdown lead, and we turnovers kill
Hmm.
us, right?
It definitely does.
Turnovers kill us. We get that second touchdown, like, all right, it's on. And then we turn the ball over and allow them back in the game. It could have been the blowout that I was expecting, but turnovers and the defense, and there was only one turnover, but it kept them in the game
Hmm.
early. And the defense kept them in the game the rest of the way. the,
Yeah.
the turnover kept them in the game early, and then the defense kept them in the game the rest of the way. I don't know. Jonathan Gannon is so after games like this, you just be like, what the hell is he doing? But I knew there was going to be any because that's the knock on him too. I knew that there was going to be no adjustments at halftime. That he does not make in-game adjustments. He barely makes game-to-game adjustments. He has his philosophy, and that's it. And I don't like it. I know none of the people that's in this room tonight, from what I can read, likes it. I don't know how we get it to change. I don't think it changed. I think he's definitely one that is set in his ways, and until he is a utter failure, I don't think it's going to change. Because as much as we talk about not liking it and the other team making this game closer, he probably looks at the stats, looks at the record of this team, and looks at the stats of his defense and say they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So I'm going to continue to do what I do because I got a top 5 defense, and we're in leading in or in the top of the league in a lot of statistical categories on defense. I'm not changing anything.
that you just gave up 33 points to a team that's not making the playoffs. You just gave hope to a Washington Commanders team that before that game they were not going to make the playoffs, but now they're 7-5. You gave hope to an Indianapolis Colts team that should not even have been in that game. Yo, these teams that we're playing, we only can play the teams that's on our schedule, so we only can do what we need to do against the teams that's on our schedule. But at the end of the day, you need to play call a better game. You need to show your dominance. You need to say, you
Mm-hmm.
know what, we are superior to this team that we're playing. So therefore, I don't trust. You got one wide receiver, and I'm gonna put a safety over the top of them. The rest of them, I don't care. We're blitzing you every freaking down. They came out there with that 2 running back set. Every time they came out in a 2 running back set and they put one running back in motion, they threw a short screen to that running back. Where's the adjustment at?
Right.
I'm sitting here on the sideline. I'm just a fan. I'm not a player. I'm not a coach. I'm nothing. We just do podcasts. We fans of this thing, right? But at the end of the day, you get paid millions of dollars to say, you know what? I see that adjustment. Let's make that adjustment. So therefore, if they counter us, we can still be in the right position. But right now, they weren't in the right position to make those plays. That crossing route to Christian Watson was there actually the whole game.
Yeah.
The
And
whole game.
they finally cashed in on it. But yeah. I mean, I don't disagree. The comment up on the screen is very, very important, especially for next week. But I hope we don't have arm tackles next week. I
Yeah.
saw a couple. Again, like I don't know what they think they're playing against grown men, and they think they can just crash into them with their bodies, and that's going to be enough to knock them down. Like I've seen at least 2 or 3 tackles like that, or
I saw it.
attempted
Yeah.
tackles of that
It did.
tonight, where they just run into the guy and thinking like that's going to knock him down. Are you kidding me? That is not going to. And if you try
Not
that
next
next
week.
week against King Henry, you're going to find out a whole lot about how much that doesn't work. That doesn't work when you're playing against grown ass men. And King Henry is the grownest of the grown ass men out there in the running back field. So yeah, we gotta wrap up. Where I don't even see there. I saw one. Who was it? I don't know if it was Hassan Reddick
It was Hassan
or
Reddick. He tackled. He hit him, and he bounced. Aaron Jones bounced off and got 3-4 yards after that bounce.
yeah. He hit him forward.
Forward,
Matter of fact,
right?
yeah. He
Like,
knocked him forward. Like, what is he
the
doing?
cleanest hits I've seen today was from Blankenship, from Reed
Yeah,
Blankenship. Like he hit those guys, and they didn't go too much farther. So
yeah.
I mean, even that late hit they called on him, they said it was a late hit. He hit him within due bounds of the game. He hit him with his shoulder, but it looked like he hit him with his head because of the way that he ducked down.
Les, we are. It's good to see you. Also, Les, I saw. I didn't see you in the pregame until I was going over it at during the game, and I was like, "Wow, Les was in here. I didn't even see you." But thanks for tuning in, and don't stay away so long. Come back soon, okay? We'll see you guys. We'll see you soon. And I'm about to say goodnight to you guys too,
Yeah, I
because
just got to
I
give
gotta
you
go
some
to
more
bed.
information real quick. So
All right, go ahead.
so technically today is the since this game is over, Jordan Davis is eligible to come off IR. After the Tennessee game, Avonte Maddox will be eligible to come off IR, and after the next game after that, um, the Dallas Goddard will be eligible to come off IR. So we'll be getting healthy coming down the road. But we still got to keep an eye out for C.J. Gardner Johnson, because I don't know how bad significant his rib injury is. Because when you get hit in the ribs, that takes some time. So,
Mhm.
to Dark Knight, I know you're about to get off here, but I got to do another shot. I was doing shots for all our scoring, and I had to stop.
I know. That's why I was surprised that you came on. I was like, I seen Pat doing shots during the game, and he did 4 before the game. I don't think we're going to see Pat, and then you pop right up. I'm like, oh, there go Pat right there.
I had everything packed up, like we were chilling. See, there's like there. They look at.
Uh-huh.
They already took their shot.
Oh my goodness, we got it. It's live.
It is
Oh.
live there.
Yes, only on Eagles Talk. Only on Eagles Talk. But we gonna get out of here. Don't forget, we'll be back on Thursday.
I like that comment too. I'm sorry to let the next one by Anandis Bird.
Oh, and the nice at Pat, I wouldn't put too much energy into comparing teams and wins. Not saying you are. Every team in the league has suspect losses. What makes this team special is the ability to win ugly. I agree. As long as we get the number 1 seed, I don't care what the final record is for the regular season. All roads through the link. I definitely agree with that.
I agree
and with that being said, you guys, you do your shot yet?
I'm doing my shot
right
now.
Here we go. He's going to do a shot to our Philadelphia Eagles being victorious again, 10-1, the best record in the league, and we did it by any means necessary.
There you go.
It wasn't pretty, but by any means necessary, you get the W, and we got it. So, you guys have a great week. We'll be back on Thursday, 7 p.m. to break down this game in its entirety. Enjoy your week, and you'll see some coverage coming from us during the week. I'm out. I'll see you guys. Peace.